Hey, how's it going? Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, now we can keep on working on the ability bars and stuff too. Summon tendrils to attack a target. I need to put Barge back on here too. Only use Barge during certain situations, but customize this key to 5. So we got those. We got 1, 2, 3. I don't have anything set for 4. We'll put our Slaughter on 4. 6 is set to Bladed Dive, which is fine. I have Ancient Elven Ritual Shard set to E. Pretty much everything in this top bar here is like my utility stuff. I really need to actually have this on there. That was just on there for messing around with Castle Wars. We'll remove those for right now. Those don't matter. I feel like I should have like a utility combat bar and a utility bar. So this is number 5. I feel like I should write this out. Like what we would need bars for. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll write that out actually. Not a bad idea. I should learn I need to learn to write things down more. I feel like I don't take notes enough. 1 second, let me grab my notebook. It's like right around here. So it turns out that I actually moved my notebooks. So just trying to find my notebooks real quick. 1 second, I'll find my notebook. I know it's around here somewhere. I just put it somewhere. I did a whole bunch of cleaning. So like my office and stuff like looks much more clean now. But whenever that happens, I don't know. If anyone has ever cleaned anything in their life, in their room or house or whatever, then I'm sure you probably know that when you clean things, you lose half the things you cleaned. Okay, we're back, we're back. How's it going, everybody out there? With my haven't said hello. Nice to have you here. We're chilling and streaming. I'm setting up my ability bars right now. We have not... I have not taken the time to set them back up after I deleted them. I basically deleted my ability bars, like, pretty recently. And the reason why is just because I was doing a lot of things in RuneScape over time, you know, and I just kept on moving abilities all around on the ability bar until, like, they were barely functional. So, like, I really desperately need to, like, rebuild ability bars. So I need to rebuild my ability bars. I also need to work on my, oh, if you've said hello or something, for some reason my chat just now started showing the chat, so say hi again. Sorry about that. Known as Noob, how do you PC items with only a buy limit of 1 per 4 hour without losing money? That's the first thing I can see on the chat. I greatly apologize for not being able to see the chat there. And actually, give me 1 second. So we're mostly just going to be chilling in RuneScape, and I'm going to be working on my ability bars while answering questions and stuff like that, for sure. Let me make it so you guys can see the chat, too. Okay, so I'm gonna put it so that the Twitch chat is here on the screen. So people that do message on Twitch, you'll be able to see their chat there. If you are on YouTube, you can see it. So essentially, if you're not on Twitch, you can read it there. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna make a solid block of color. I need to make this a little bigger. Yeah, let's see how this looks. We're gonna put this there. Gonna put that there. Yeah, not bad. I think I'm gonna mess with it though. Alright, so I'm gonna put this here. We're gonna take our solid block of color. We're gonna edit this. We're gonna change the width of our solid block to be a lot fatter. Maybe not quite that fat. 1 second here, we'll get it good. There we go. Alright, let me check the Twitch chat. Yeah, that should fit it mostly. Okay, there we go. So now we have the chat on there. We're just gonna be, like I said, we're just gonna be chilling, answering questions and stuff like that. That way you guys can also read what people are saying over on Twitch. We are streaming to both places right now, so feel free to ask questions from either place. We're gonna be doing some flipping and money-making questions and answering, so if you have any questions involving flipping at all, like whatever, I can help you out. I can turn the music down just a little bit too, sure. There we go. Yeah, let me know about the sounds and stuff like that. If you guys weren't in my last stream, we're kind of like we're resetting everything up, like, you know, just everything's been changed. So just let me know. So to start off, how do you PC items with a 1 buy limit per 4 hours without losing money? The best way to answer that, honestly, is to go into our Discord down below and go to the price checking. So look for the flipping school category and go to price checking, and that explains everything you know there. I would just be repeating it all if I was to say it out loud, so just look there. Okay, we got our notebook here. Oh, that page is dirty. Oh, get rid of that page. I don't know what I was doing. Must have been drinking a drink or something like that at the time of working on those pages. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on like redoing our entire ability bars while we chill here too. What's up? Hey, Iron Luchador, how's it going, man? You working on us? Is that, I'm guessing that, are you still working on Iron Man account? I remember you said you were gonna make another Mainscape too. Would you consider Serenic Essence high risk to flip? No. No, I probably wouldn't. It's actually a fairly safe item. The only time that it's even slightly risky is when they're just like dropping or something, and you're gonna know when that's happening, so I would say it's very non-risky. Lately they've been going up a lot, but the thing is though is like there's a difference between flipping and investing. Investing, you're gonna be holding on to things longer or whatever. If you're just gonna be flipping things, like you're gonna be buying it and then selling it back quickly, there's not really much risk involved. Hey Kevin, thank you so much for the follow. Also, question about flipping. Can you do a standing backflip? I cannot. If you want to know a secret, I have always been afraid to do a backflip because I was afraid I was going to break my neck. And watching the internet and people break their necks while doing it did not really help that very much. Manatee's back in the house. #1 money maker and flipping specialist. I appreciate it, man. In case anyone doesn't know, Iron Luchador here was actually, he was the very first top donator ever for the channel. So, Da Super Bomb was the first person to ever make like the largest donation all at once. Iron Luchador was the longest large donator for like ever. So like #1 man right there. We do have some people now that are like in the top spot for donator, but Luchador held that for a very long time. Legend right here. Patreon has great guides and lists for investing. For sure, for sure. Yeah, if you guys are looking for a way to make anywhere from 1 to 3 billion gold per month, literally right this second, you can start right now. Just join our Discord down below and ask people how to do it. You can also look at our Patreon page too. Save yourself some time. First time I tried a backflip on a trampoline, I landed basically vertical on my head. See? Seedling? That is exactly what I'm talking about. That is literally what I'm talking about right there. And that is the reason why I can't do it. I've done tons of front flips on trampolines. Yes, I have done tons of front flips on trampolines, into pools, whatever. But backflips, too chicken. What's up, Lexin? How you doing, man? I'm doing great. Just sitting here chilling, relaxing. We're doing Castle Wars right now, so if you guys are interested in joining for Castle Wars, it is double tickets and double Thaler. So what that means basically is that it's 4 times progress. It's amazing. Hey, thank you for the sub, Luchador. Hey, that's a Twitch sub. Thanks, man. Thank you. As I'm getting back in the swing of things and stuff, I want to be setting up some more things on the screen, like our number of subscribers and stuff like that. I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do for a goal or whatever for that stuff yet, so that's why it's not up there, but coming soon. I'm getting more in the swing of doing streams and videos both, finding that work-life balance. So we're getting back into it. Thank you so much for the sub there. That buys a coffee. That buys this coffee right here. Thank you. I'm usually just flipping items with a few GP profit. How do I know which items are good to flip? The #1 way you'll be able to figure out... Hey, thank you so much, Logert. That's a new YouTube subscriber. Thank you. And thank you, Lightbreaker12, also for the YouTube sub. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, wait, no, sorry. El Pojo is actually a gifted sub. Wait, no, you're gifting 2 whole. No, these are all real gifts. Okay, hang on, I'm freaking out. Those are all actual subs. Thank you. And Jarlbuild, thank you for the subscribe. Alright, you guys are pretty amazing. I was not expecting that. That was a shock. I didn't even know it was real. I was over here like, yeah, those are YouTube subs. No, those are real subs. Thank you so much. Alright, I'm definitely going to have to make that sub goal now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subs. You know, I never added the sub train thing because I was like, I'm never going to have that, but basically just had that. So thank you, Luchador. You are the man. I was also, dude, I'm honestly, I'm being real, very happy to see you again. So I would love it if you find some time and you want to chat in the Discord and everything like we used to. I really miss doing that. It was really fun. Luchador has, I kind of mentioned this before about him being one of the top supporters and stuff, but he's also been here like since the beginning. So awesome guy right there. I just want to know what to flip so I can begin flipping successfully and make a profit. Luchador is an MVP. He is an MVP. Also, too, real quick before I forget to mention it, Since Luchador just gifted subs to a whole bunch of people, I don't like this song. Skip, skip, skip. This is on a copyright free thing that I'm able to play. It's from Epidemic Sound, so basically I have the ability to play all these things. So we're just gonna I'm gonna make a playlist of good songs as we find them. I promise that we will find a curated song. Just say skip if it's bad. But all those people that have the Twitch subs now, you will, in our Discord, you will actually have a purple rank name. So there you go, shiny new colors. So let me help you out up above, because I have a question right there with how to find items. So the number one way to find items would be to go in our Discord and just look at a whole bunch of different the price sections we have. We have a whole bunch of price sections there you guys can use. And just because something wasn't posted today doesn't mean you can't flip it. Just scroll through and find something that was good from a week ago or a couple weeks ago, and then price check it. We also have another section there that I wrote up. I literally wrote it with clips of video and everything to show you guys exactly how to price check everything. So you guys can go in there and you can price check the stuff that looked good from a while back or whatever, and you can use that right now. You can go do all of that without having any Patreon membership or whatever. That's all just open for you guys to use. You can go back years in that stuff. Like, there's so many item ideas in there, it's ridiculous. So for sure, go try that. Honestly, whenever you guys looking for items, use that. If you guys want to literally start making 1 to 3 billion gold per month right now with exact prices handed to you and hundreds of updates all day long, you can check out the Patreon page for that. If you want to be a supporter of the channel and also make some straight bank. But you don't have to do that, is what I'm saying. You can go find the free section too. I just want to make sure people are aware that that is there. Front flips are mad easy, you're right. I just want to know what flip swing means. Begins flipping successfully and make a profit. Do the things I just said, and also just test things. Do we just copy trades on Patreon or learn how to make billions ourselves? Both, actually. So there are the exact buy and sell prices. There are hundreds of updates every day. And then also, I mean, we've got like 5 price sections, I think, that are only Patreon stuff. So you unlock 5 price sections dedicated to that with that. But aside from that, there's tutorials and guides and everything. Like, the idea is for you guys to be able to make billions on your own. Like, it's not just supposed to be something where it's just a price checking section. That's not what it is. Shout out to Manatee. Thank you, man. Thank you. You're just gonna stand here instead of playing the game? I am. I am. Well, the reason why is because before I hopped onto YouTube, I was on Twitch for like a few minutes, not very long. Like, I don't know, we're doing for what, like 10 or 15 minutes, and I tried playing the game actually, but everyone is AFKing. So as soon as you go over to the enemy's side, you just get destroyed. Like, no one's making any pushes or anything. So I literally can't play the game right now, unfortunately. Yeah, really sucks. I tried. I promise I tried. That's why I've got my shield on. See my shield? I have my shield and trim masterwork, and I was in there trying to tank everybody. It didn't work. I'm gonna try to make money. I joined a while ago in our Discord. It will help me. Yeah, for sure. And Alex, just reach out anytime you need help. I've never played Castle Wars. It's really fun. It would be more fun if we could play it, but I mean, you can go kill people. Go in the tunnels down below Castle Wars. You can go kill people right now. Like, there's good PvP going on down there, but trying to score right now is nearly impossible. Just joined the Discord. Looking forward to learning how to make monies. Thanks for what you do. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I really enjoy doing. That's why I made the Discord. Why I made everything is to help out people to be able to play the game the way they want to play it. Yo, since when are 99 Capes members only? I haven't really paid attention as to when they were or not members only, actually. That's interesting to know. I didn't really actually pay attention to that. Watch the guides and find your own items. They are the best. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's another thing, too. The stuff on the YouTube channel will actually show quite a few of the of items you can use. I've made several videos giving items out that are good to use. Why don't I just play RuneScape music? It's better? Normally I do, actually. We just didn't do it this time. Probably because I'm just trying to try this out and see how it goes. And also, I'm also trying to find good music that's on And also, it's not a bad thing to get draws all the time. We're up to 620 gold tickets right now. 12,416 Thaler. We'll get there, boy. We'll get there. I like to go through the music on here too and be able to get good music to use in videos. Because this is all the music we can use. If I find a guaranteed flip, do I have to share it? You don't have to share anything. Like if you're talking about if you're in one of the price checking sections, you don't have to share anything. But just understand that the more you do share, the more other people want to share, and ultimately people end up sharing all their stuff. And that's just because it like in the Discord, it is like a team-based thing. It's not, you're not really flipping on your own, you're flipping like as a team. So the more you work as a team, the better it goes for everyone, including yourself. Remember, when you're flipping, you do not have to sell immediately. 100%, yes. Slow sales are good sales. What skill can I do right now to earn just enough for a bond? I'm about 12 million short as free-to-play. Not flipping, looking to earn the cash. I would go do archaeology. Because even at very, very, very low levels, you can make some decent money at archaeology. And as a free-to-play. It's also super AFK, which I find a lot of value in that. You don't have to pay attention, you just make some money, get yourself a bond. If I was literally right now a brand new player and I was trying to find a bond, that's how I would do it. Squirt Maker has found me in the chat. Let's see. Subtracting my sheer dumb luck winnings from dueling, I went from 520 million on October 26th to over 5 bill flipping capital with BFC. Not bad. That's some really good progress. Subtracting my sheer dumb luck winnings from dueling. Please don't laugh. I have forgotten how to put abilities on my action bar. Honestly, RuneScape is such an in-depth game. There is so much going on in RuneScape all the time that when people forget how to do things, it's like whatever. I met one of the, well, at the time he was the #1 player in the game. His name was Scuzzy. I don't know if you guys remember Scuzzy off the high scores list, but he was #1 person in the game, and I had to kick him off of our Barbarian Assault team. He joined our Barbarian Assault team. I had to remove him from the Barbarian Assault team because he didn't know how to play any roles in Barbarian Assault. The #1 player in RuneScape did not know how to play Barbarian Assault. Like, one of the most integral parts of RuneScape. But the thing is, though, is you gotta understand that there's so much going on in RuneScape and things are always changing so much that if you forget something, it's, you know, whatever. Who cares? You just forget something. You just relearn it. So no, it's not a big deal if you forgot how to put the abilities in your action bar. If you want help, by the way, you just do this. You go up here to your 3 stars, click on it, and then you can just take your abilities from here and then drag them onto your bar. Then you can right-click your bar right here. You can right-click this number, and then select your action bar. Now, for some reason, I don't see why it's not letting me choose anything higher than 6. See? Even I don't know why I can't do more than 6. I don't actually know why I can't do more than 6. But like the thing is like, as amazing of a game RuneScape is, people are really not nice to people that forget how to do something or don't know how to do something. There are no dumb questions. Like, it's a game, and I'm happy to help you out if you don't know how to do something or forget something. That's also taking 10% monthly profits for year upgrades. Oh, for your profit, yeah. They always have been members only. I never actually paid attention. I actually never got a 99 in free to play, actually. If I find a guarantee flip, blah, blah, blah. Anyone remember watching Max hit videos in Castle Wars? Yes, I do. Castle Wars, Bracelet, and Daherhawks and all that stuff. Yes. Those are amazing, actually. Hitting over 100 with an axe. Most action bar things are just drag and drop. Yeah, that too. You don't have to open up this. That's just one way of doing it. You can literally take like nearly anything that has an icon or an item or whatever. You can just drag it straight to your bar. See, like that? I drag my freaking prayer to my bar. You can do that if you want to. If you've got like this dragon claw, I can put that on my ability bar. Like, you can put whatever you want to on your ability bar, and then you can just take it and drag it off into nowhere, and then that is how you take it off. Oh, is it in my settings for the 6 ability bars? See, look. I didn't even remember that. I also don't use this for filling up all ability bars, so I probably would have never known that. But see, I didn't know that. I should probably know that. So I tried flipping and haven't had any success. It's very discouraging now. I'm down to 80 million. I feel I missed something for some reason. I never had a flip go successfully. But I see all these people who are successful. So what I can tell you about that is that it's probably a good time for you just to take a deep breath, step back for a second, reset yourself, watch some guides on flipping. Like, you can go on my channel, you can find lots of guides for flipping. Just go to some basic how-to guides on flipping. Try to flip some basic items that are not high risk. Get some successful flips in there, using the stuff that you've learned on there, and then just work your way up from there. One of the big reasons I see why people fail at flipping is either, number one, they don't have any patience. They're like, how come it's not instant? It's never going to be instant. Well, not usually going to be instant. Another reason why they fail is because they go super high risk early on, and they don't really understand what flipping is about. Like, I have so many brand new flippers, and I try to help them out to like steer away from this. But I have so many brand new flippers. They're like, oh my god, did you see this blah 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 token just doubled in price? Oh, should I buy a bunch of these? That isn't flipping, actually. That's either gambling or investing, depending on how you look at it. Like, flipping is buying something non-instant buy, selling it for non-instant sale, or buying something on the street, selling it on the street right away. It's not like, should I buy these tokens with half of my bank and then hold them for 10 days? That is something completely different. So just come back to the basics and practice flipping. You can definitely do it. I was horrible at everything in this game at one point. Well, Barbarian Assault is something I don't think I've ever done. I mostly skill. That is your point, though, is there's so many ways to play. Yeah, there's so many things you can play. I mean, like, I've been playing this game for, like, since the game was released. Literally since it was released. And I have never killed Solak or something, you know? Like, I don't... There's lots of things I could tell you I've never done or wouldn't know how to do. So it's frustrating. I really want to get it down and make that money again. I feel like I need better guidance. What are the benefits of being a Patreon? I mean, there are a lot of benefits. Some of the benefits I can tell you that would probably directly help you is that we've got the exact buy, exact sells, so you don't have to worry about finding a price. It takes all the testing and finding and spending time out of it. Like, you're not wasting time doing that. You also have a whole team of people in each one of the chats, because each tier of the patron has its own chat. And whichever one you're in, you get all the ones below it too. So if you're a Master Pass patron, you get tons of chats full of people that'll help you out and tell you what's going on or whatever. Like, you've always got like 10 plus people that will help you to flip. Not just me and not just our staff, the moderators. Like, there's also everyone else there that will help you out. In addition to that, we have a spreadsheet that I constantly am making sure is up to date, that has multiple pages on that spreadsheet, and each page is tons of items that are flipped in that specific section with how long to wait, how long to or how much to update it by, how long, you know, anything you could want to know about flipping something, it is there for those items. Like, one of the main reasons why I don't make as many videos as I want to, or stream as much as I want to, is because I'm putting work into that stuff. There's a lot of information there. Hello, I've always wondered if there is a way to know of items with low volume in the game. There is, yeah. I've made a few different videos about how to check items, like what their volume is. Are you saying you want to know how many exactly of an item in the game, or are you saying is the music a little loud to you guys? I'm gonna bring it down a little bit more, I think. I don't know if it's just loud in my headset or something, but 1 second, actually. Yeah, I think it's probably just loud in my headset. Are you asking how to see exactly how many of something there are, or just if it's high or low volume? If you're asking just if it's high or low volume, one of the easiest ways to find is to wiki that item. Wiki search that item, look at the graph. If you see the graph being very flat before it updates, like a bunch of flat versus jagged updates, Jagged updates means there's way more of those things being bought and sold. Very flat means hardly any of them are being bought and sold. It's a bit high energy, not loud energy. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. You know what? I'll put on some laid back. That probably fits what we're doing a little bit better, I think. Right? Some little bit of laid back. So that is a really good way to figure out whether an item is high or low volume. For those of you that don't really understand volume is pretty simple. Basically what it means is high volume means more of them are traded in the Grand Exchange, and typically more of them are in the Grand Exchange at one time. Low volume means that less of them are being traded and there are less of them in the Grand Exchange. That's kind of how it works for that. I've turned the volume down quite a bit now, so it should be good. Yeah, just let me know about the sound settings though, because like essentially what happened is I recently got the Prime version of Streamlabs, which by the way, all the subscriptions, donations, whatever you guys put towards the channel, towards the streams or whatever, it's all going to pay for like the Twitch Prime, or like sorry, the Streamlabs Prime and everything to bring better quality to you guys. It's going toward this camera and it's whatever. Like that's where it goes. But that is basically what that means. High volume, more in the GE, more being traded. Low volume, less in the GE, less being traded. So when you look at a graph, if it's a flat line, then that means that there's less of them being traded, because that means the Grand Exchange price updated less often. Because you have to have a certain number of trades for it to update. So that's basically what that means. High volume usually means lower margins. Low volume usually means higher margins. If there's anything you ever wrote down in a notebook, like for notes, what I just said would be really good for notes. It can make you a lot of money. Understanding high and low volume is very, very key to making money in RuneScape flipping. Is Patreon part of the Discord, or is it something different? It is. Well, kind of. So Patreon is its own page, but it unlocks everything in the Discord and also things on the Patreon page. So you don't have to go. You don't have to really go anywhere separately. It'll unlock everything right in the Discord. And that's if you guys are interested in checking that out. For people who have no idea what they're talking about, there's a Patreon page down in the description, and essentially you can start making 1 to 3 billion gold or more per month right now. If you have questions, just let me know. I'm not going to sit here and preach it unless you guys have questions. Let's see. Is conversion flipping better, as in profit from archaeology, soil, or whatever? You would have to test to see which one is better at the moment. I don't really know which one is better at the moment, because I haven't tested it for free to play. That's a good question though, actually. I would just look at both and see which one's better for you. Is it considered a flip if it takes a week or so to buy and sell an item? You could call that an inactive flip, depending on how you're doing it, or that would be a short-term investment. It really depends on a little bit more in the specifics of what's going on there, but that would not be what you call an active flip. And a big reason why I don't personally use the word flip or merch for everything is because when you have a difference between flip and invest, and you have those two things very clearly set apart, you can be much more successful at both. You'll understand that more as you go along, if that doesn't make sense to you right now. But understanding how each one of those two very different terms work will enable you to do both of those things much better. What's going on with rares this last year, in your opinion? Due to the fact that I talk about this nearly every stream and we end up talking about it for like 45 minutes in the stream, I'm going to briefly touch on this, but you can definitely go check out one of the previous streams where we've talked about it for like the entire time. But essentially what happened was RuneScape had a dupe. They duped a bunch of gold. They sold that gold to stores. The stores bought the rares and made the rares skyrocket in price. So now the only people that are buying and selling rares are stakers, the stores, and like super wealthy merchants. That's the only people that are trading rares right now. That's the reason why they're starting to go down. Rares, party hats have dropped about 10% in the last few days or whatever. I personally expect them to just bomb out flat and lose like tens of billions of value. But yeah, watch one of the previous streams. I don't want this to be the rare stream, even though I love that conversation. It's just been the only thing we talked about lately. Nox Scythe worth selling now with the price going down? It depends. Are you using it? If you're using it, I would just keep it. It's not really any big deal. I don't like the little bongo sound in the background. I feel like every free music thing sounds like that bongo music. It must be like what they hand you. Like when music creators are like, I'm gonna make a free music track, the first thing that pops up is little bongos, like every single free song is like that, I swear. So if you're using the scythe, I say just use it. You're not going to lose significant money if you keep it at 300 million. At the same time, they are probably going to go down a little bit more. They were mostly up because of a lot of reasons: PVM time, new boss, Christmas. People don't understand how much Christmas actually affects the prices of things in the game, because people get money in real life and they buy bonds, and they use those bonds to buy items, and that makes the items rise. And so the main reason why you see so many item price rises around Christmas is not manipulation or anything else. It's literally because people are spending their Christmas money. So yeah, naturally everything does flop and go down afterwards because people start to sell off the things they don't need anymore. Do you use Excel macros to gather information from the Grand Exchange page from the RuneScape homepage? Yes, I do. Yes. To indicate when something is low and when something is high. I don't really pay attention to when something is low or high, because you can't really tell that from just an active price. You'd actually have to look at the graphs to figure that out, and you'd get more information from looking at the graphs because you have historical data involved in that. But yeah, I definitely do use JSON in order to scrape from the Grand Exchange. Are you still giving out 500 million? Who said anything about 500 million? The music is still a little bit loud. I'll turn down a little bit more. Hopefully that's better. I don't know why it's running so high. Usually the volume it's at right now, people are like, I can barely hear the music. I don't know what's going on today, but I'm also using a different music player too. So I'm glad that I can catch another stream. What up, Manatee? How's it going, Hayden? Welcome back, man. At what point is it worth to make a second account to invest with? To flip with, I would say, or to invest with. That's going to be two very different things, but kind of the same answer here. Whenever you have plenty of money left over on your first account. If you've got plenty of money left over on your first account and you're like, man, I really wish I had more buy limits or more slots, then add more buy limits and slots by adding a second account. As soon as that second account can pay for itself, it is worthwhile to do so. Then make another one. And then you can keep doing that, keep on making more of them until you've got as many as you would want. And when you're like, okay, I don't want to make another one, then there you go, don't make another one. What is a good benchmark of GP to make each day? That is going to greatly depend on you as a player and your abilities and stuff like that. That's gonna vary so greatly that I really can't tell you what the answer to that is. But I would say the amount of money you want to make per day is an amount of money that you think that you personally are making progress towards your goal. If you're making good progress towards your goal, then you're doing good. How long are your Cast Wars games? They're 20 minutes each game. Wait, what is there, a double XP coming up on RS3? Yes, there is. If you look at one of the most recent posts on the RuneScape, they announced there's going to be 4 double XPs and 4 Yak Tracks this year. And they do them evenly spaced out, so now we know exactly when they're going to be happening. Is there one place to go where you can find the definitions for each of these terms? Flipping, short-term investments, etc. Manatee Gaming Discord. Yep. Not just free-to-play, the conversion flip thing. The free-to-play is just a billing error on my end, trying to make payment between paychecks and while we were buying furniture and stuff. The conversion flip thing. Well, wait, what are you saying? What are you saying, Bud Dog? Would you ever work for Jagex? No, they don't pay their employees very well. With the low volume question, to answer that though, I would gladly contract with Jagex to help them with parts of their game, and they could definitely seriously use some help with that. With the low volume question, I'm trying to find an item that's traded not so often. For example, those quest items which end up paying 10k plus when you want it really quick. So I would say that you're going to waste your time with stuff like that, and the reason why is because you're not going to be selling them very often or buying them very often. It's very slow. You'll probably buy them quite a bit of them, and then you'll super slowly sell them off, and that's just not good in terms of like how much money you're making per day. It may seem like a lot, but actually track how much you make in a 24-hour period. It's not very good. Will RS3 ever come to iOS? It was supposed to come to iOS a long time ago, but that was something that didn't happen, so hopefully soon. Do you expect Mage to get an upgrade this year that will make it comparable to Range and therefore raise the price of Mage gear? I don't know when, but what I can tell you is that Jagex will always try to balance out the three combats, the combat triangle. So whenever one of them is a little bit lower than the other ones, you can almost guarantee that you're going to get a boost in that one. So that should help you with that one. How did you find out about the dupe? It was pretty open. It was pretty public. And then also RuneScape, whatever, actually posted on their front page about the dupe. How come Jagex doesn't shut down the RS shops? Why is it so hard? That's a really good question, Hayden. You just asked the $1 million question. Hey Manatee, how can I find margins for equipment in the ballpark of 80 to 100 million? Instant buy, instant sell seems like a money waste. That is a money waste, in fact, and you can actually just go in the Discord, go to the flipping school on the left, and then click on price checking. And I actually explain how to do that. And I show in there literally how to price check everything else too, so you can get all your questions answered at one place. Kinda hopes Jagex re-releases all rares this year in celebration of the game being 20. Me too, actually. Sad I missed out on bunny ears and would get a kick out of party hats bombing. I don't know if I really care about them releasing bunny ears and scythe and stuff like that, because that's the non-tradable stuff that people really have a lot of pride in their accounts, and I think that would do more damage than help. But I definitely am on board with them releasing some party hats and other rares. Yep, very nice. Haha, we do the same thing. LMFAO. Tax time is another time where prices go up. Very true. I found out that you can profit on most items, but some are passive profits with 90 to 100% for my target GP, while what I consider quick flips are much less stable in order to get target 25 to 50%. What I can tell you is don't worry about your percentages so much, because percentages are much more relevant in... Percentages or ROI is much more relevant when it comes to investing, and a lot less relevant when it comes to active flipping. Actually, it's nearly not relevant at all. People like to talk about their ROI and everything because they like to either they are a numbers person or they like to sound like a numbers person, when all reality it makes very little difference when it comes to active flipping. Worry about your long-term investments ROI. Maybe worry about your weekly or monthly ROI if you're considering, like, you have a specific goal. Yeah. And also I should probably add, the main reason for that is because calculating your ROI on something tells you which path you should take. And so on active flipping, you can take all the paths, because when something flips, you just flip the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, next thing. So therefore, it is irrelevant. But if I'm going to be investing, if I have $1 billion gold and I'm going to invest in items for the next 3 months, it becomes extremely important for the ROI. You know, because I can only buy one thing. I can't buy everything in one day. And that I think that's probably the best explanation as to why I've ever given for why ROI does not matter in active flips. Thank you. Your sound is a lot better. You have a new mic. I've just been doing a lot of optimizing and updates and stuff like that. We have a new camera. We've got new lighting. We got a new lot of things. This massive stack of boxes of cards behind me will eventually be gone, and we'll actually have a new setup in the back as well. Things are going to be slowly improving and changing, so I have messed around with my settings on my mic a little bit, so thank you. I'm glad that they do sound good. I'm happy that you enjoy it. I only need slots in some periods like double XP, etc. Well, there you go. Maybe it's not worth it for you then. So is it viable to have multiple accounts for multiple slots? Example, 100 slots. Sorry if this is hard to understand. I'm autistic and don't know graphs or anything. I do it all on paper and RS Notepad. That's no problem. I have 11 total accounts. I have 9 actual accounts. 2 of them have an old school RuneScape side. So in total, that gives me 72 RS3 slots. So I would say that it is easily viable to have 100 slots. I have 72 RS3 slots, and I've also got, however many I've got for old school. So that means that, I pretty much use that many. So it really just depends on if you can actually use it for yourself, and also if it's enjoyable to use. I would not want to sit here and flip on 9 accounts actively. That's not something I want to do. If that sounds like something you want to do, more power to you. It's not something I want to do. So personally, what I would do is I would actually just use a few. Well, this actually is what I do. I use a maximum of 4 accounts for active flipping, and then everything else I just put on offers and let them sit there for a while. Inactive flipping or investing. Either one of those two. Will RS3 ever come to iOS? Hopefully, yes. It should. Yak Trek, double XP, Yak Trek. Yeah, pretty much. It's really annoying, Potato. I know multiplies. Wait. I'm not sure what you said there. Also, too, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We have about 80 viewers right now. Thank you so much for being here. We have actually a whole bunch of new follows and subs and all kinds of cool stuff happening. Thank you so much for the people who have subscribed on Twitch. If you're on the YouTube and you like to subscribe to the YouTube, feel free hit that bell, because that way, the only way you'll ever know if I've gone live is when you hit that bell. If you don't hit the bell, you won't know that I've gone live for a live stream, and I would love to have you guys on here. Most of our streams are going to be shorter streams because I've found that those are just the best way for me to do it, because then I'm like lots of energy and I can actually do streams like that more often. So they'll be mostly shorter streams, so don't miss them. I'd love to have you guys here. Also, too, if you want to follow on our Twitch page, you can follow while you're here. It's kind of cool. Helps build that up. You know, everything helps. And lastly on that too, we do have one of the largest RuneScape 3 Discords with over 11,000 members. Feel free to join that if you'd like to. And I'm also in there nearly all the time. I literally just, that's my life basically, is working the Discord and stuff. So feel free to join there anytime you'd like to. Also, I'm actually kind of digging this. I'm making a new playlist called Chill Stream. This is going to go in that playlist. Let's see. Okay, I'm currently making about 2 billion a day because I want to try to get a max shard stack for the first time. I'm hoping to reach it in 3 months, but I might also try flipping on the side because why not? If you're making 2 billion a day, I think you might need to recheck your math there, James, because a max shard stack is just around, it's just over 50 billion. If you were doing 2 billion a day, it wouldn't take you 3 months, it would take you 1 month. It wouldn't even take you 1 month. But awesome, you're getting there way sooner than you thought. The conversion versus flipping, buy and sell, flipping like make, charge, invention, tank things, or shifting soil. You can do both at the same time. If you're talking about literally buy and sell flipping versus like actually doing it yourself, oh, there's a word for that. What's it called? Oh, what's that? Like, oh, there's a word for that. I'll think of the right word for it. There's actually a word for that. It's just like conversion flipping, but there's actually a word for that. Anyway, you can do both those at the same time if you're doing buy and selling. How often should you be flipping supplies like potions, etc.? That's all up to you. A lot of people never flip potions at all. But how often you flip things is really totally up to you. Potions are high volume typically, so if you like high volume or you'd rather flip low volume, it's really up to you. Not just free play. Where did they post that there would be 4 double XP? Check out the most recent post. It was one of the more recent ones. I know multiple items under 100 GP in shops flip for quite a bit of money, but everything takes a while. So is 100 alternate accounts worth the slots for guaranteed profit over long term. So a couple things. There are lots of things that you can do for shop runs. That's kind of like what that's about. It's basically, you know, you can go to shops, buy things, sell them in the store for a lot more. For sure, you can definitely do that. You don't really need slots for that. And using 100 alternate accounts slots for guaranteed profit over long term, you're kind of saying two different things at one time. But yeah, I mean, if you can manage to use that many slots, then yes, 100%. About how much I make a day when I farm incandescent wisps energy, I aim for 10 million a day, about 4 to 5 hours of play. Oh, I got you. So basically, you're trying to compare you actually playing versus flipping. I would say do both. And if you're not going to be standing at the Grand Exchange, and just do things that take a little bit longer to flip. So aim for low volume things. ROI and flipping comes into play and figure out different flipping strategies, but Manatee said already this will be looked at a weekly or monthly basis. Exactly. Yeah, you'll be looking more at inactive flips for that way. I think they should add for 20 years is 2 more pack slots to 30. The pack yak slots? Is that what you're talking about? If you're talking about... Oh, the inventory. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Hey Manatee, good to see you streaming more frequently again. Hey, thank you, Sufyant. I mean, honestly, the reason why I'm here a little bit more frequently is because you guys are here. We have about 80 viewers right now, which is awesome. You know, if we get this many people and stuff, and people are subbing or whatever, people have questions or whatever, yeah, I'll definitely be here for sure. Yeah, so good to see you again too. Anyone ever tell you to look like Don John? Who is Don John? Our appraisal codexes, worth flipping. Yes, they are great to flip. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Every time I come across a video stream, I'm reminded of that movie. You know, I used to look a lot more like him. I'm slowly looking less and less like him. But yeah, I've got compared to him quite a bit. Every time I come across... Oh, wait, I just read that. This makes more sense. Thank you. The only thing I need to finalize is calculating average login time with X amount of accounts, checking every 3 to 7 days for maximum 1 hour gameplay, trying to cut down. If you really enjoy calculating it down to a fine science like you're doing, I'd highly recommend that you use like one of the apps that it's like a timer app, so you can actually set your timers for when you're able to flip things again. Are you allowed to stream on multiple platforms? Pretty much. If you're not, as far as I know, they don't really ever say anything for people that are a Twitch affiliate, unless you're using the one they really don't like, which is Restream.io. They really don't like that. I'm not using Restream.io or anything like that, so it should be fine. If they tell me I'm not fine, then I'll know I'm not fine. Yeah, processing could be it. There's another word for it. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not really sure what. I don't remember what it is. It's like a stock term too. I'll remember it. I'll remember it. I know I am not. I know I am not. But maybe affiliates are allowed. Or are you a whatchamacallit? A partner? You actually pay the membership for the other accounts, or use bonds to keep? I buy all of my accounts Gold Premier membership every year. I use a VPN. I place myself in Mexico and I pay half price. Because why not? You actually, let's see. Buy a thing, then changing it to something, then selling two-step flips. I call it conversion because you convert that in before you sell it. Oh, I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. I would say that's more of a money-making method than a flipping. Just because it's like you're buying something, then you're doing a method, and then you're selling what you made. You can call it whatever you want to, though. But I know what you mean now. I gotcha. Let's see. Do you think yak hides would be good to invest in come double XP? I would say no. And the reason why is because they've pretty much ruined yak hides, because the fact that you can buy 1,000 of them at a time now for only 50 each. Hey, thank you so much for the follower, Nuku. I'm a bad CL and haven't followed you yet. Well, now you are. You've redeemed yourself. Where LOL on Twitter? I couldn't find it on there. Uh-oh. Where? What? For what? Oh, on the RuneScape homepage. They said about the double XP on last live stream. It's on the homepage too. Oh wait, it's on Reddit. It's on Reddit. I think I read it on Reddit actually. Let's see. Did you go to the gym today? No, but I am going in an hour. I'm leaving in an hour to go to the gym today. Today's chest day. Best day, chest day, best day. Freaking love. I love chest day, man. It's the best thing ever. Yes, yesterday was leg day. And it was good. Like it was a good leg day, but I was just like, just watching everybody bench, and I'm like, oh, so much stronger than you. I'm like competitive. I'm competitive in like everything I do, and so I go to the gym and I'm competitive there, and I have to like try not to be competitive. I've been watching you for at least 2 months on this YouTube account, and you've really helped my math on paper. Thank you. Hey, for sure. No, I really appreciate it. I love math. I'm a very numbers-based person. I love calculating things, and I love understanding every aspect of things, so I can relate. Let's see. Sorry, there is a massive like 2 or 3 minute lag between when I type a thing and when it gets read, so I try to compensate by saying topic me and you are not on the rest chat. Oh, sorry about that. We also have a lot of messages right now, so thank you, by the way, everybody who's here and is helping me get through this Castle Wars grind. It is double Thaler and double tickets right now, so if you guys want to, a pretty quick way to unlock a Halo or whatever else you want to work on in Castle Wars, and that thing is really creepy looking, this is a really great time to do it. I was planning on building up our, I was planning on building new ability bars down here. That's what I was kind of working on. That's why they look kind of a mess. I was working on new ability bars. I was going to build those up while we had some downtime, but we haven't even had any downtime because everybody's bringing really good questions. Also, too, for you guys that are following the brand new series of the 1 to a billion, that is definitely going to be continued all the way to the end of it. We are taking a little bit of a break right now with these streams of doing the Castle Wars event and stuff like that because it is during, you know, the event going on right now. So, but no, we're definitely going to be doing that. Oh, you're a partner, James? What do you mostly do? I've never seen your name before. I've seen you in here before, for sure. I definitely remember you from being in here. Do you do RuneScape? What do you do? I'm a bad oh yeah, my bad. Hi bye. Hey, hi Dia. That VPN tactic is so smart. It works too. There's nothing against it. As far as I know, there's nothing against it. Also, an ex-Jagex moderator and some of the top people for RuneScape are promoting it. So I was like, sure, why not? It's literally half price. I've just started stocking up on crystal keys now, as you would presume Dragonstone prices would go up for double XP. Hey, thank you for the follow. Flex again, I couldn't take a screenshot in time, my god. Let's see. Resume Dragonstone prices would go up for double XP. Most of the time, they will go up for double XP, yes. It is in the Reddit, yep. I definitely heard chess day and got really excited. Hey, I enjoy chess. I'm not great at it, but I enjoy it. I don't know if it's for... Oh my god, so many new messages. I don't know if it's for everyone, but for me, I hear your voice before your mouth moves. Oh. I can probably fix that. Is that happening for everybody? Is everybody... let me know. Am I off sync? Let's see. Wait, are you... So, let me see which one you say you're going. 1 second there. You hear my voice before my mouth moves. Okay, so that means I need to fix this. Yep. I bet you it is. I bet you it is off because kind of like I've mentioned a few times about how it completely removed all my settings. Well, it removed my my settings to fix that. So hopefully it should be good now. Okay. Let me know if it looks good now. Clapping hands. Let's hope it works now. How much do you bench? Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea. Unfortunately, I have no idea. I don't know my bench or my deadlifts or my squats right now because we've so many times the gym has closed so many times in this last year from the COVID and everything that like I used to know where my numbers were and I have absolutely no idea where they are now. Kind of sucks. So when I know what they are for maxes or whatever, I'll let you know. I know what I train with. I train with like a 275, 285 pound bench for training for like multiple reps. I do 365 deadlifts right now for training, and I have no idea what my current squat is, even for training. It's probably 275 or something right around that. That's pretty much my training numbers. I don't know what my maxes are. My max was pretty close to 400, probably right around where Red Nick is there. Red Nick, he's probably might be about 20 pounds above me. Where I was. I'm not a power lifter, or I'm not a weightlifter. I'm a bodybuilder. I focus much more on the way that, you know, like looking like beach body. That's my focus, is beach body. So will I be able to rewatch the stream later? Yes, you will be able to. Sorry, I was reading everything. I just want to rate it all out. Yes, you can watch it on YouTube afterwards. Really appreciate your help. Yeah, for sure, man. Anytime, Phoenix. Also, Phoenix, join our Discord. If you're a numbers person, I'd love to crack out some numbers with you. It'd be great. We can figure some stuff out. Maybe we can build a spreadsheet. So for the first time on upcoming double XP weekend, I've got nothing to train since I'm maxed, but 1 second. Okay. So for the first time on double XP weekend, I've got nothing trained since I'm maxed, but I have an absolute ton of supplies like herbs, bones, and such. How do I figure out the best price to? How do I figure out the best price to sell those items since GE is so inaccurate and fluctuating prices? Okay, go on my channel. I could explain this whole thing to you, but go on my channel, look on one of the kind of recent videos about when to sell your double XP investments. I'm pretty sure it's like literally named that, but go try that out. He is an RS3P VMer. Oh, for James? Oh, dude, workouts. I wish I had a gym around here, so I wish I had a gym around here, so I've been doing body weight workouts, pull-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, not sit-ups, as I heard they're actually harmful to your back. A full sit-up is not harmful to your back, it just works your back more. It's not using your abs, it's actually using your lower back. And doing a crunch is what you should be doing and not a sit-up, because crunches use your abs fully, and then it would be at the end of a crunch that you would turn into a sit-up, which would actually start using your back. So you would actually just want to use a crunch. And I would recommend using like a decline crunch. They'd be really good to do at home, actually. Any advice on everything to do on the cheap? Jugs of water is an idea, but I were to drop one, it would make a mess. Well, I mean, I hope you don't drop it. I would say if you're stuck at home doing things, then make sure you have like one of those at-home pull-up bars, because those pull-up bars are pretty awesome, because if you want to, you can literally do like a one-arm pull-up and you can get a bicep workout by doing that. Or you can do both arms or whatever and just work on basically like a chin-up, and you can work biceps. Biceps are one of the hardest things. Your biceps and your back are like the hardest things for you to work at home with no gym, because I mean, you probably know this, like, it's not hard to do a million push-ups and you'll get a great chest workout. You know, you can go run, or you can do some weighted squats or whatever. Not that hard to work out your legs, or there's a million ways to work out your abs. Not hard again. But actually hitting your back accurately and your biceps, you really should use a pull-up bar. So that would be my number one investment. Screamer22, thank you so much for the follow, man. The Real O-Wiz, thank you for the follow again. I don't know why the alerts are not making noise. I don't actually know. Let me try this out. Oh, see, that one made noise. I just subscribed to myself and it made a noise. What is the VPN tactic? Basically, you use a VPN, which will let you basically make it so that your IP address, or where you are, is somewhere else. And then you use a VPN to put yourself in Mexico, and then you can go on the RuneScape store and everything is in pesos. Or in Mexican, it's an MXN, which I guess is probably pesos, but everything is about half price compared to the price of the euro, or probably also the pound, especially the US dollar. So about half price. That includes bonds. So if you want to go buy some cheap RuneScape gold, buy it from RuneScape. Although I would say you don't really need to buy RuneScape gold though. Just make it on your own. Oh, hey, see you later, Dia. I will try to do this. How the hell do I flip and be rich? I'm not smart. Well, since you have my exact name there, Cody B, you gotta represent the people with our name. That's a really hard thing to answer. Just practice it. Just practice flipping. You can definitely get it. You must have 120 strength in real life. I wish. Still training. How much can you profit in a day? Me? Quite a bit. A lot. I don't really focus on that too much, though. I heard trying to max lift is detrimental to getting stronger anyway. The best thing to do is 10 to 15 reps, the heaviest weight you can do with many width, not your max weight. You have a whole lot of mixed and tangled up information in there, I would say. Trying to build an overall physique that is both strong and looks good and is consistently growing, it takes quite a bit of things to do. You've got quite a bit of mixed info going on in there that I can't really tell you like one thing or two things in that bit of information that's a little off. But for starters, doing a max lift is not detrimental for getting stronger. It is actually great for getting stronger, but you have to do it the right amount of times and at the right times. If you go in there and max lift every single time, yeah, that's a total waste of time. You're gonna stay small, actually. Anyway, there's so many things I could tell you about weightlifting, about bodybuilding, weightlifting, whatever. I could talk on this entire stream for that. But the best thing is between 4 to 12 reps of whatever weight you can do. but which rep range you stay in between 4, 8, 10, 12, those all do different things, and they're all for different purposes. None of them are wrong. They're all for different things. When is the workout package coming to Patreon? The funny thing is, I actually almost made a fitness channel, but I never did. Oh well. What is Castle Wars needed for again? Cape or trim? Neither one now. I own my home, so I nailed up a bar to a support beam in my basement so I got a pull-up bar. Also, LOL, on the idea of one arm right now because I can barely do both arm pull-ups. Well, a quick way and a very effective way to get better at pull-ups is to jump up so that you're like up here, right? Where you're supposed to be, and then slowly come back down. Jump back up, slowly come back down, and just do that, like super slow negatives, and jump yourself up into position, because most of your growth actually comes from your negative. So if you do that, pretty soon you'll be able to do quite a few of your own pull-ups, and then you can worry about doing a one-arm one. But also doing one-arm one's not that big of a deal. Just do chin-ups though. So knuckles away from you if you're trying to work out your biceps, knuckles towards you if you're not trying to work out your biceps as much. If I want a body like Goku, what workout should I do? You should be focused on hypertrophy, and also, yeah, there's too many things I could say there, but body like Goku, hypertrophy. Hit hypertrophy. Do not go for, oh no, I just skipped our helm. Oh shoot, did you see it? Oh, I wasn't paying attention, I just skipped the helm. Oh, that's a big RIP, boy. Woo! Oh man, I don't know if you guys noticed what I just did on stream, but I just skipped. Oh, that sucks. I have the helms, but I like collecting them. That was my first one I was gonna get around here. That sucks. Oh wow. Oh, RIP helm. Apart together is so oxymoronic, I know. What game is this? This is RuneScape. Castle Wars. Wait, so how does paying work if it's Mexican currency? Because whatever you pay with will convert, so. Hey, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. That does suck. What is hypertrophy? It's spelled hypertrophy. So hypertrophy as one word. What that basically means is hitting your muscle to the extent of shredding as much muscle fibers as possible to promote growth. Well, I'm learning quite a bit about workouts from you. I used to be a personal trainer, and like a better one than your average gym personal trainer. I was a private personal trainer only, so people would hire me outside of gyms to come and train them. So I know a decent amount. I'm not dumb, just running outdated, wrong information. Thanks for updating me. Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, when it comes to fitness, there's a million different people out there saying a million different things, and a lot of them are just repeating information they hear from somewhere else. So it ends up just being like a pool of trash, and like trying to get good information is really hard nowadays. Body like Goku, wouldn't that be a whole body? Pretty much, yes. But you wouldn't do a whole body workout though. Hypertrophy is just hypertrophy is like what you're doing to your muscle. I'm downloading Discord, so this sounds like fun, but did you go to university for math and business? Because I'm just theory crafting, experimenting. You seem to be doing sciencey stuff that's more efficient on brain. No, but since I was like a preteen basically, so like 14 years old, that's when I started my first business, and I've done very little other things besides create businesses and work as a consultant for businesses and other things like that since I was 14 years old. And I went to school and stuff, but it really wasn't relevant to my business career. Done much Shadow Worlds yet? I've gotten Bladed Dive, and I've gotten some other things from it. Some Shadow Worlds, not a whole lot. Other people have definitely done a lot more than me. Is it double Shadow Worlds right now? Because if it is, I might do some Shadow Worlds. Not right now, though. Castle Wars is definitely the most important thing, but Do you know a good free VPN, or do you pay for one? TunnelBear is the best free one I know of. TunnelBear. It's very, very easy to use. It's free and does not sell your information. So, something you have to know about VPNs is most of the VPNs that are free because they're selling your information or that they're leaving you wide open to compromise. I just checked, and the convert rate to buy bonds in real money is better for Brazilian real compared to Mexican pesos. Oh, it's good to know. It's good to know. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just saw Mexico was half price, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll take that. But yeah, Brazilian's better. Do that one. So one bit of mixed information going around is the idea of leg day, arm day versus P90X, everything in one day. Which would you prefer? I would highly prefer doing push, pull, leg. And then rest or rest. I greatly prefer doing push, pull, legs or doing upper body, lower body, whatever. Like something like that. I really think that the whole idea of doing everything in one day is a very bad idea. And that's from experience. It's from experience. It works for some people. It does. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it's dumb or whatever. So, but I'm just saying from personal experience, for the many different times I've tried doing the everything in one day, it's not been great. And here's the main reason why it's not so great. The main reason why it's not so great is because, I don't know, have you gone in the gym and done a chest day before? How tired were you after doing that chest day? Well, I know that when I go into the gym and do a chest day, if I'm doing hypertrophy and really busting it out, I am tired as hell after about 45 minutes of chest day, and it probably took me about 45 minutes to hit everything in chest day. You know, you've got your triceps, you've got your chest, you've got your side lats, you got your anterior deltoids, like whatever, you know, you got all the things you're supposed to hit on chest day. It's going to take me about 45 minutes or close to that to be able to fully blast all that. Now you're trying to tell me that I'm supposed to do full body? No. You don't have time to do that. And then what people say is they're like, oh, well, of course, you're not supposed to go all out in everything every day because then you do it like over a X amount of days. Well, then my argument for that is that now instead of me doing pushing it all out and actually making really good progress, now I feel like I'm not doing enough and I'm never getting true hypertrophy, which also seems like a problem. So I don't know. And then when you look at the scientific data that shows you how much you're supposed to hit a muscle per week and how much work you're supposed to put into that muscle per workout and stuff like that, all the math is there to support push, pull, leg. And I don't know if all the math is there to support full body all the time. Double shattered. Nice. That's good. Any good money making now? That is way too vague, my friend. There is lots of good money making right now. If you have specific questions, though, let me know. One group per day with rest between. Yep. So kind of one group per day. Basically, it's like push, pull, legs. That's what I would focus on, especially if you're a beginner or someone who is just trying to remap how they're training. Like you're like, I want a fresh start. I would try that. You are giving me hope. Thank you. I always thought math was hard, but at 21 without high school diploma, I've always done my own math stuff in my notebook. So, well, what I can tell you is that if you're 21 without a high school diploma, you can always go get your high school diploma. You can always go put yourself through school. You can always go do whatever the hell you want to go do. There is nothing stopping you from doing anything except for maybe the most ridiculous of ideas. Like I want to have $1 billion. Well, you may not have $1 billion. But like any like realistically achievable goal, you can go and do, especially simple things as of like finish my high school diploma. So just figure out what you want to do and then go do that and figure out the steps you need to go do that. I can guarantee you there's people around you, somewhere around you, that have done the things you're trying to do also. Ask them for help and what you should do to get there. Don't assume you have to do everything on your own. And also, I know I'm getting into like the philosophy moral talks, but here's the thing too. The other thing too is like, don't always take advice from the people that have never done something. You know, if you want to do something big and cool and seemingly crazy to everyone around you, then don't ask the people that think that's crazy or that would never do something like that. I myself was filled my entire life full of people that are just like that. Like my entire family, all my, everyone around me were like, oh no, you can't do that kind of stuff, or blah, blah, blah. No, that's not something you can do. You have to go to school, and you gotta work 9 to 5, and you gotta get a house, you gotta pay taxes, you gotta die on the couch. Like that's all they thought that you're supposed to do. And so I had to, I couldn't bounce ideas off those people or take advice from them because it wasn't advice that they understood. I'm quarantined for another 10 days, tested positive for COVID yesterday. Oh, man. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. How are you feeling, though? I think the main thing of turning something into nothing, little into a lot, seems to be confidence and target range combined with patience. A big part of my method relies on communications and customer service. I mean, yeah, communication and customer service is literally how I built my Discord. Just being trying to be a decent person and help people. That's the way to do it. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining our stream. We'll be on for a little bit longer today. Hypertrophy sounds a bit like what Goku would call a Zenki boost. After ever fighting, he gets stronger, but way more when he pushes his limits. If this is not how hypertrophy works, I'm just making the comparison being relatable. No, that's pretty legit. Here's the thing about hypertrophy. Wait here. 1 second, though. If you like Dragon Ball Z, I don't know if you've seen like the newer Dragon Ball Z card game, but this right here I've got is it's a sealed booster box of the World Martial Arts Tournament. I'm going to be opening up this box and a whole bunch of other card game boxes and stuff in the upcoming trading card game channel. I'm going to have just like a for fun trading card game channel because I've been doing trading card games since I was like alive. And so I really want to have like a channel that just like, even if it doesn't get that big or whatever, it can just be something I do for fun. But I'm going to be cracking open some DBZ. So excited about it. But yes, hypertrophy, you'll have a hard time hitting hypertrophy when you're working out if you're worried about pushing for the biggest weights possible. It's not about hitting the biggest weights possible. What getting bigger and getting stronger overall and looking like you can bench a forklift, the way you get that way is by making sure you do hit hypertrophy, which is hitting the correct amount of weight when you lift. Because if I'm over there struggling and I can't barely curl this weight and I'm like cheating or whatever, I'm not going to hit hypertrophy very easily because I'm hardly using my muscle because I'm like cheating and it's way too much weight. If I use a weight that is a challenge, but I can do it with perfect form and it's like at my limit, then I'm going to hit hypertrophy that way. That's like a small tip that I like to pass on to anyone who's trying to get bigger in weightlifting is lift weights that you can lift and then make those weights heavier. Like don't literally make them heavier by adding more weight, but do them in ways that are challenging and then slowly work your way up. I love Dragon Ball and Z GT, but I have only seen like 50 episodes of Super. In my opinion, too much fan service. I don't know. I'm not sure how many episodes of each one I've actually seen. When I was younger and DBZ was a thing, I watched a ton of it, but I don't even remember how much I've watched or whatever. I loved it though. I loved it. Are dynamic weights such as bands or bows better? Those are good. I would say that dynamic band workouts are a really good thing to like accompany hitting larger weights. Something I actually would enjoy doing is doing like a full blast. I'm doing like this because I'm envisioning like doing some overhead presses, but like do like full blast shoulder workouts and then using some bands to work the shoulder further after I've like maxed out what I can comfortably do with weights. I just watched the episode where Goten and Trunks fuse into Gotenks. Oh yeah, that's like one of the best things. I can accomplish a lot of really hard things and have odd talents, but school has always been a weak spot due to bad anxiety for PTSD. So I went to college for a diploma, but I had to drop out to work and pay bills. There's nothing wrong with that, Phoenix. Anyone who tells you anything, anybody who tells you that there's something wrong with the fact that you're not good at school, just ignore it. Like, because I was not very good at school originally. My first entire semester of university, college, whatever you want to call it, my first entire semester was straight Fs. I failed every class, every single class. I think I might have got 1D, but I failed like every class. My next half semester, I was on course to fail all my classes again. I had a lot going on in my life that was completely screwing the ability to go to school and then also to focus at school. Even though I really wanted to be successful, it just was not going to happen. And so I ended up leaving school after during my second semester, and I went and joined the military. I know, bad decisions. I went and joined the military, and then when I was in the tech school for military, I had a second chance of doing like my school stuff. So I trained and did aerospace mechanics, and it's getting a technical degree with the military is basically what that is. So I was like, oh hey, look, school again, here we go. Well, I ended up graduating out of tech school with a 4.0 GPA. I actually had above like perfect grades. I had extra credit and everything like that. So, but I don't know if that really even equivalates to anything. But anyway, it was 4.0 with honors and all this other shit. And so that just really put it into perception for me that, like, you know, at certain times of your life is not the best times to do things, but then, you know, if you're in the right time and space and things are going, you're in a situation where you can succeed, then you will succeed. It doesn't always mean that you suck, you know? Like, seriously, I went from straight Fs to having perfect. And, like, you can do that too. If your situation is bad, then your situation's bad. It's just what it is. In my opinion, Dragon Ball Kai is the best is cuts out much of the filler arcs, but unlike a bridge, it's not parody or for kids. Dub Kai is first party and official. When did that come out? Because I don't think I've actually watched any of that. If my businesses keep doing well this year, as a treat to myself, I plan to return to school for business. But yes, you give good advice. Thanks a lot, bro. I'm excited to check out Discord. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Also, too, you know, don't feel like you need to return to school just so you get a degree. Like, don't do that for somebody else. If it's for you, then cool, for sure. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back for some more exhilarating Castle Wars. 1 sec. And I'll be back in just a moment too, so use a quick break, but I also forgot that I need to move over my laundry. My laundry, I think, is done, so give me just a couple more minutes, I'll be over there. Also, too, hi, how's it going, everybody that just joined the stream? I'll be back in a few minutes to say hey. But if you have not followed over on Twitch yet, and you're still hanging out, and you're not a follower on Twitch, and I know some of you are, because there are more viewers now than there is when I stream on Twitch, then make sure you follow over on Twitch. You can find it in the description down below. But that way, when we're doing Twitch streams, then you guys can join in. Because if we had this many people on the Twitch streams, we can get partner. And that would be pretty amazing. So let's work towards that. Alright guys, we'll be right back. Hey, how's it going? Oh, look at us. We've managed to get somebody that we have to ban. I feel so honored. Give me 1 second, we'll get rid of them. You are partnered? I'm an affiliate. You have a sub button right now. I would sub, but the whole between paychecks, buy and furniture thing has spent my prime already. But you are partnered on Twitch, I think. I'm affiliated on here. But hey, I really appreciate it. But hey, no worries. I would be honored to accept your sub when you're able to do that. Why can't I kick them from that menu? This song's not good. It's a little bit too light. Alright, 1 second here. Alright, there we go. We banned them. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Let's see. Also, some with OCD, and I must say that... Oh, oops. We got our draw. There we go. It's pretty much a draw every single game, so. Man, I still can't believe we missed that helm. That sucked. I'm someone with OC, and I must say your Discord is very visually pleasing and a well-categorized session in groups. You did a very good job setting up. I just joined. Yeah, well, thank you, because I'm also the same way. Which is why it's organized that way. I'm glad you like it, though. Hello, I made 2 accounts. Those are meant to be used for AFK money. Which method would you suggest? It's really up to you. I don't know what you're planning on doing with your account and stuff like that. Combat, archaeology. There's lots of good options. Have you ever had tendonitis problems in your joints? Nope, I have not. I left regularly for a couple of years now, and in the past 6 months I got tendonitis in elbows and they haven't gone away. Physio didn't help. Do you know what from? Are you talking about like for like the gym, or is that what it is? You seem well worth dropping a sub on. Appreciate that. I feel I should pay you for the workout advice as it was your job. No, that's no problem. I don't... Here to hang out and chill. Feel free to... I love talking about fitness stuff. I've got a question about flipping and money making. How do I say it in French? I don't think you want to say it in French, but saying it in English like that is totally fine. Sarah Diamond team sucks during the dark side. Hey, as long as you're guaranteeing me actual wins, I'll take it. Yay, dance party. How long would you wait before updating a codex if it's not selling? Which codex? But I would probably say something around 60 to 90 minutes. It really depends on which codex it is, though. I'm checking out right now, and it looks like there's a lot of note-taking that needs to take place. Lots of good info for sure. Hopefully I can get some of it down and theorize something within the next few days. Yeah, from the gym? I have never had any kind of problem with elbow stuff. I've had like a little bit of issue with knee stuff because, you know, like that just kind of happens over time, especially with doing a lot of squats and stuff like that. And also I was running a lot. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I'm not sure why it's not making noise for the follows. I don't know what's up with that. Do you guys hear a noise? I myself have never had any problem with my shoulders and joints, or shoulders, yes, a little bit of knee stuff, a little bit, not much, and then I've never had elbow problems. But I know that there are ways to fix that. I would say probably one of the #1 causes of any kind of joints pains is going to be 2 things. It's going to be your form and then also the amount of weight you're using. If you're using too much weight and your tendons and everything are not able to support that weight, you can put a lot of unnecessary pressure on your elbows or whatever else. So I would make sure to double check your form, double check to make sure that you can actually lift the weight you're lifting. Take the ego out of it. If you're like, no, my form is perfect, it might not be. I'm always working on my form. I've been working out since who knows how long, and I'm always working on form. Hey Manatee, I've come back from a long break from RuneScape. I have my Assassin Walk token, so apparently I'm hella rich now. Nice. What should I focus on for more money from here? The best money in the game is from flipping. But honestly, if you've already got the Assassin Walk money, you know, you got that walk money, then what I would probably do is just like reintegrate into the game, rejoin the game, do stuff in the game, like figure out, you know, just like what you enjoy doing, just explore the game. When you're ready to make money, jump into flipping, learn flipping, use that money to make more money with flipping. I wouldn't really worry too much about like money making outside of the money you'll get from doing skilling and Slayer and stuff like that when you have billions now. Because when you have billions, flipping is going to be faster than most anything else you can do. So that would be my recommendation, is to do flipping when you want some more money, and otherwise just enjoy the game and learn the game. Divert codex. I personally just leave divert codexes for like a long time. the way I flip divert codexes, and we flip those in the master pass too. And I think pretty much everyone's doing the same thing with those. Is we'll just put a buy offer in and then leave the buy offer for a while. I mean, we'll probably buy 1, 2, 3, 4 buy limits of it and then sell them afterwards. Divert isn't changing that much at the moment, so as long as it's stable, you can just do that with it. If you're actively flipping it, you shouldn't be waiting any more than 60 minutes probably, because it's still a pretty popular item right now. I guarantee you a nice group of AFKers up the river. I was actually trying to play Castle Wars earlier, and I literally go run around and stuff, and it just didn't work out too well. Nobody on my team was doing anything, and so, like, literally, I was just getting destroyed as soon as I was going anywhere, because I was like, there's no one supporting me. What are your favorite high-volume items to flip? Favorite high-volume items to flip? Probably archaeology materials, because they made, when they first came out, I don't know if you guys watched, but I was making literally 3 billion a day by flipping with 4 accounts on archaeology's release, because materials were so good. So because of that, they're kind of probably my favorite high volume thing. I don't do very much high volume because I personally definitely prefer low volume. I just bought 20 kg dumbbells, and they're really heavy for me. I am not a complete beginner. I was powerlifting for like 4 months last year. Powerlifting for 4 months is a very short time, though. Were you doing? So for any advice? Well, what do you want advice on? I can definitely try to help you with some advice. What are you looking for advice on? LOL, the sheep dancing. I know, it's great. What ring lets you move around while animal form like that? If you wear something that belongs to Zamorak and you join the Saradomin team, then you'll turn into an animal. Same thing for the other side. My bench was something like 40 to 60 kilograms and deadlift 70 to 80. What is that in pounds? Kilogram, 2 pounds. 176. What I can tell you for advice is you should probably stay away from powerlifting until you get like base muscle. Base muscle is basically, so the easiest way to explain that is when you very first start lifting anything at all, you're going to like very quickly gain muscle until you hit a point. It's like a brick wall, and that's your base muscle. Your base muscle is, and obviously like as you're going, it goes really fast and then slows down, and then when you hit base muscle, then your progress is really slow after that. Anyone who's been lifting for a very long time can tell you that once you are an advanced bodybuilder, someone who's been lifting for a very long time, you're going to gain about as much muscle in 1 year. You'll gain about as much muscle in 4 years as someone brand new gains in 1 year. Like, that's just how it goes. So when your bench is something like your bench was 40 to 60 kilograms. Oh, you seriously should not have been doing powerlifting. Whoever told you to do powerlifting, you should go smack them. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to get yourself to base muscle by doing good bodybuilding training, and then once you are at base muscle or close to it, then if you wanted to focus on doing as much weight as you possibly can, then switch to doing powerlifting. The disadvantage of doing powerlifting right away is because you don't have muscle to use, you don't have muscle to overload. It's not going to be as good. Most people who do powerlifting, they train as a regular bodybuilding training style for like the first couple years, or at least the first year. So what I would recommend, honestly, is to get yourself a good push-pull-leg hypertrophy training session, hypertrophy training routine, and then stick with that. If you want to, join our Discord, and in Discord, go over to chats, go to fitness, and it's like fitness nutrition, I'm pretty sure is what we call it, and then look in the pins for fitness and nutrition, and then there I actually have pinned a pretty foundational push-pull leg routine. It was a really great start. Hello, just tuned in. How are you doing? Getting them Thalers? I am, boy. We're almost to 13,000 Thaler. Getting there. I spent like 12,000 Thaler a while back on like skilling outfits and stuff because I like making bad decisions. No, but anyway, working on these in our double tickets. It's pretty chill. I've noticed some rares going up in price the past few weeks, such as Fish Mask. Do you think if I buy now, that it'll be hard to sell again later, considering it isn't very aesthetically appealing? So here's the deal. Most of those rares going up, they're not going up because people like them. How many people do you see wearing a Fish Mask? If I look through this entirety of Castle Wars, I may never find a single person wearing a Fish Mask. And that tells you that no one actually likes Fish Masks. People are only buying them because they think that they will go up. And 1 second. The song's okay, but it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. All of those rares that people don't actually want, they just want to see them rise in price. And so it's more of a gamble, and I can tell you firsthand, to make this a shorter explanation, I can tell you firsthand that nearly all of those rares, tokens, all kind of stuff are highly manipulated right now, especially by a very well-known group right now of Pistols. If you're a member of Pistols, I would leave right away. But basically, people manipulating up prices, there's not any solid backing to the price increasing or whatever. It's just people trying to make money. So keep that in mind if you're going to risk buying into things like that. What about barge codexes? Actively flipping 60 to 90 minutes, but I let divert sit for a very long time. Just like Bad Ling said, 6 to 8 hours is great. I do that with every codex. Every codex, I put a buy offer in for a stack of them, and I let it sit. I just forget about it. And I come back after a long time, then put them in for sale. Make a bunch of money. That's all I do. Codexes are very low volume, and you can do that kind of thing with those. It seems like a lot of time, at least on low tier items, the margins are way bigger than what they would be on old school RuneScape, aside from bots. Why is such a big split? Old school RuneScape just in general has a much smaller margin. You also notice that most items have a much lower price than what they would be if they were in RS3. And the conversion of old school RuneScape to RS3 kind of balances it out. If I go flip a T-bow, I'll flip a T-bow for like $1 mil or $2 mil, which is equal to 5 million or 10 million or something around that in RS3 gold. So like it does actually convert over. What minigames are worth doing? Pretty much the only ones that are worth doing are the ones that are spotlighted. Because during Spotlight, you get all the benefits of the game itself, like the currency in the game, and you also get a bunch of Thaler. Also, feel free to, guys, if you guys like, if you're talking about all these different things for money making and flipping, all that kind of stuff, if you've not checked out our Patreon page, it's literally what I've been working on for over 5 years now. We have a huge, massive section. We have over 11,000 members in our Discord that a lot of them use it. But if you want to earn 1 to 3 billion gold per day, starting literally right now, push the easy button on making money flipping. Check it out. Let's see. What money making do you think it's most AFK? I personally would say either a super AFK combat method or archaeology. I'm looking for something very AFK, like 4 to 5 minutes AFK. To do on my phone, I would say archaeology. Best items to flip in 07. The best items to flip in 07 tend to also be the most expensive items in 07. The more money, the more something costs in 07, the better it is to flip in 07. That's pretty much standard across the board. So just try to flip the most expensive things you can. T-bow, very good flips. Allegiance, Spirit Shields, great flips. If I have like 1 billion, should I focus on tier 90s, tier 92, or something else? I made quite a bit from flipping tier 92s, but it also seems to be going slower than normal for me now. If you have 1 billion, what I would highly recommend is that you focus mostly on tier 90s, and then maybe have a tier 92 going in the background, or maybe do a tier 92 after you've already flipped most of the tier 90s, because, sorry, nose itches, if you flip a whole bunch of tier 90s, which you can very quickly, then you can put a tier 92 offer in there when you've already hit your limit on those tier 90s, and then let that one sit for longer while you go skill or something else. The tier 90s are really good because of how fast they move. So, a lot of people dismiss it because they're like, oh man, I can make 10 mil on tier 92. I can only make like 1 mil on a Nox bow. Sure, but the Nox bow is going to flip real quick. Hey, do you think Ascension Keys will drop too much? They'll drop whenever Ascensions drop, and they will probably drop sometime maybe. The thing is, Ascensions were very underpriced to begin with, so if and when they do drop, they're not going to drop that much. They might go back to 180, 170 or whatever, but Ascensions are really good weapons, and they were underpriced before. Archaeology materials are mad good to farm, skill for 2, up to 10 million an hour at one point in time. Yeah, for sure. Actually, they were even more than that at one point in time. I see Primus going for a lot. They are. I want advice on not injuring myself and progress to being able to curl dumbbells that I know feels really heavy. The best thing to do is to just work with a weight that is a challenge for you to hit whatever rep range you're trying to get to. And that is kind of how bodybuilding works. So if you want to build muscle, you want to get bigger, like bigger muscle, then try to do 10 to 12 reps and do 3 to 4 sets of each exercise you do. And when you get to the 10th rep, or you get to the 12th rep, they should be very hard to get to that. But you should be able to do 3 to 4. It's going to take you a while to figure out what that weight is. But do not be like, oh, the guy next to me is curling those, I can do those. Nah, you're going to end up growing slower. So find the weight that works the best for you, and you'll progress very quickly. Thoughts about beach tokens? They're all manipulated right now. That's just the thing about them. Pistols friend chat. They're the people that run that, including Pistols, probably getting banned off RuneScape pretty soon. Pretty well-known scammers at this point. And a lot of them are going up from that. Any of them, it sucks because those would have been a legitimately great thing to invest into, and that's probably the reason why they targeted a lot of that stuff. I don't think I can curl even 1 rep. Well, then do a lot less weight. Also, eat more food. It sounds like you might be skinnier. If you're really skinny, look, you have to eat to grow. You can only get bigger if you are able to get bigger. So that means like eat a ton of food. I used to be so skinny. When I lifted in high school at 145, I benched 205 and deadlifted 315 as a sophomore. Then I stopped. That's really good. That's really good for your weight, for sure. Mind quickly explaining what you're doing in Castle Wars? Never done it before. What I'm doing is just AFKing it because pretty much everyone is AFK in Castle Wars right now, and people aren't really playing it. So therefore, I can't try to win. But I'm just sitting here chilling and AFKing. I'm getting a whole bunch of golden tickets and silver tickets, and I'm also getting Thaler. Those are all to just unlock rewards and stuff. So it's a really awesome way to just chill, relax, and get rewards. What are you looking into? What are you looking to invent? What are you looking to invent for Elite God War Ninja Realist? Are you talking about investing? I'm not currently looking into invest for anything. Me personally, I'm not looking to invest in anything. There's quite a other good investments out there that don't involve those. We don't have enough information to be able to invest in those right now. And a lot of the things that you probably would invest in, like combat supplies and stuff, are already very high because of the PVM stuff, the PVM updates. So unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that is really looking clear to invest in. If sailfish were not 6,000 each, I'd tell you sailfish, but they're 6,000 each. If all the weapons were not crazy high right now, I'd tell you weapons, but they're crazy high right now. So not really a lot of good options that are obvious options. As we learn more information, we'll probably get better options. LOL, if you talk about lifting a lot, you're kind of off to RS3 what Oxidize is to Albion Online. Oh, what do you mean? I guess I don't know who Oxidize is. I know what Albion is, and I don't know who Oxidize is. Is he like a bodybuilder that plays the game or something? My base muscle is being able to do 30 to 40 push-ups in one clip, but I don't think I ever tried hypertrophy, as I used to call it, working to near failure. So I may not be able all the way to at my base yet. You'll know what your base is because it'll be where you greatly slow down, where you are strong. You're well-defined, you look like you have good muscle on you. When someone looks at you, they're like, oh, hey man, you work out, don't you? You know, like, you do not look small at base muscle. Like, base muscle may sound like, oh, base muscle, that must be really small. It's not small, that's pretty big. But it's from that point on that it's slower progress. For most people, base muscle is going to be 315 on the deadlift, about 225 to 275 on the squat, maybe higher if you squat a lot, and then about 225 on the bench. That is going to be your lifts for base muscle for the most average humans. From what I've experienced throughout my entire life, that is what I've seen for the base people. That's why you'll see a whole bunch of people at the gym that are like benching 245 and barely able to do it, and yet they look like they're decently big, and it's like, oh, well yeah, because that's just past base muscle. But then look at how many of those people can just rep out 185, you know? It's like, everyone can rep out 185. But, and then some people, and a lot of people can do 225, but then hardly anyone can seem to go above 225. That's because 225 is like, that's kind of like the baseline muscle for the bench. My last login was 1643 days ago, and I have 186,000 loyalty points. What should I spend them on? Oof. Auras, for sure. And which ones is kind of hard. It really depends on what you want to use those, what you want to like focus on. I would say Wise is like a really good, or Wisdom is like a really good option if you do not have that yet. Or Jack of all trades is also very good, especially if you're planning on getting the most XP you can. Those are two really good options. Would it be a good idea to invest in Greater Chain, or is that more of a gamble? Investing, like buying a bunch of them, that would be a gamble. It would be a gamble because we don't currently know any reason as to why they would be 100% solid. As time goes on, Raksha is getting easier. Like, they've even nerfed Raksha. People are getting better at Raksha. People are like farming the shit out of Raksha. So we're getting more of those coming in the game. That's why Divert, another reason why Divert is so cheap. So I'd say right now there's a better chance for Greater Chain to go down to 50 million than there is a chance for it to go up. But it could go up. It could. We just need to see a reason first. How are people making money in archaeology? I'm 115 and don't feel I have made much. Dude, archaeology makes a lot of money actually. Because like, okay, if you just sit there with all of your AFK stuff on, you've got your imp sold, you've got everything else like your soil sifter thing, I can't remember what it's called. You've got everything that you can just sit there and chill in AFK at the maximum efficiency on archaeology, and you're just like banking all those materials. Look at how much that earns you. Like if you do the good locations for that and you hit like some of the caches and stuff when you can or whatever, that are ones that are like if they're sitting next to you or whatever and it's like a good price item, you can make like 3 to 5 million per hour consistently on archaeology. And at some times doing certain things you can make more than that. It was much more common to make more than that when it came out. It's definitely, there's way more 3 to 5 mil things or 1 mil things now, but when it first came out there was like 10, 20 mil things. It was crazy. But yeah, no, really just like look at how much it adds up. If you're blowing all your materials by restoring your artifacts. Hey, we won a game. My god, look at that. Yes. All right, and this is gonna be, oh, there it is. Yes, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't remember which one I need. Okay, I don't need any of them because I've got all 3 of them, but we're gonna grab this one. I can't remember. There was one that I was collecting though. 1 second, let's see. Alright, yes, it was Vanguard Helms. So there we go. Vanguard Helm number 5. Woohoo! Yeah. So we got the Battle Mage, got the Trickster, got the Vanguard. What was the other one? Battle Mage, Trickster, Vanguard. We do have them all, don't we? I forgot. Oh yeah, there's only 3. There's only 3. Yeah, and so yeah, there we go, 5 Vanguards. Damn it, we would have 6. We would have 6, but I spam past the other one. Whatever, it's alright. It's okay. Just cry myself to sleep over here. Old School RuneScape has less high volume items the game as a whole. RS3 has party, indeed. RS3 has way more expensive things. Scrimshards are a very good flip as well. They are. They're also very. Scrimshards are really good if you don't mind letting an offer sit for a very long time and then buying quite a few before you flip them. Very good. Try doing push-ups in the wall and can only do 15. Hey, just start somewhere. I used to be so small and always the weakest person ever. Like I was always the weakest person ever. Like if I went to the gym, people would be like, "Dude, you're gonna blow over." And like, but now when I go to the gym, I'm often the highest lifter. I'm not always the highest lifter. There's definitely people that come in there and they're like, yo, what's up? Here's 500 pounds, boy. But like, I'm often the highest lifter now. Completely changed. All you gotta do is make the change. Oh, I nearly forgot Scrimshaw. I should skill and earn them again. Yeah, actually, getting them from player-owned ports. I should probably hop back on that too. I completed ports and I was like, okay, I'm never doing ports again. I didn't say that. It just kind of happened that way. So I should probably start doing that again. Aren't you supposed to make the muscles you've already got stronger first before you lift weights of push-ups, pull-ups, crunches, etc.? Make the muscles you've already got stronger first. Muscles only shrink or grow. That's it. They only shrink or grow. When you do a workout, it builds your muscle. When you don't work out, it shrinks them. When you run, when you go jogging, it shrinks your muscle. Like, so there's not really ways to make them stronger. And like, probably one of the things when, if you're like, oh man, he looks the same, but he's gotten stronger. Like, or like if you got the idea of make your muscle you already have stronger, you're probably building up the supporting muscles you can't really see. Look up a rhomboid. Look up what a rhomboid is. A rhomboid is a really great example of a very strong muscle that's super small, and you would barely even notice it in someone's back. But the thing is, though, is your back can look pretty much the same, but then all of a sudden you're building up your rhomboids in some way or whatever, and all of a sudden you're pulling 30 more pounds, but you don't look like you got bigger. You probably built up your supporting muscles. But yeah, anyway, that's probably way more than I needed to comment on that one. Gotta refill my coffee? He's probably back by the time I read that, actually. We're so far back in the comments. All right, here we go. We're gonna get these comments. I'm not complaining. You guys are awesome with all these comments. Thank you so much for all the follows and donations today. We've had a lot of people on the Twitch sub train. Thank you so much. Join our Discord down below if you'd like to. We have over 11,000 members. If you guys would like to be able to earn 1 to 3 billion gold per month right now, push the easy button on making a ton of money on something that I've worked on for over 5 years, then feel free to join. We have over 11,000 members in Discord. If you have any questions, you can ask me or any of all of them. I don't care. It's all open. It's all crystal clear. No scams. VPox, thank you so much for the sub, man. Thank you so much. VPox just bought me a coffee. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Do you think the dupe Party Hat Gold was trickled down and that's why prices are generally at all-time highs? I'd say it'd be pretty impossible for it not to trickle down a little bit, but I would say things are at all-time high just because of the fact that more people are putting their money into weapons and armor because that's the stuff that's high. Because we have a new boss, we've got Christmas that happened where people, buy a whole bunch of stuff and then, like they spend like Christmas money, they buy bonds, they buy items. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of things that would push those things up, so I wouldn't attribute everything to duped gold. Rares, though, yes, 100% that's duped gold. There's no other thing that could be. Do you think Jagex will ban real-world traders and buyers permanently? Hopefully. I wish. They can reach out to me, I'll help them do it. They're not hidden. These people are easy as fuck to find. What is your go-to money-making method that you go to for a quick buck? I don't really personally have one, because I don't really need to make any more money personally. The things I do tell people to go do though is work on your Slayer. Doing farming can make some pretty good money if you do it right. Doing herblore can make some pretty good money doing it right. You can make good money doing smithing. Thieving to 200 million gives you a bunch of money actually, and then it's also super AFK and gives you a whole bunch of items and brawlers and stuff like that. Archaeology is an amazing way to make money. Or there's quite a few different AFK combat methods that are very, very good money. How many scammer communities are on RS3 on average? I couldn't tell you how many communities there are. There are some for sure. Flipaholics, that's one. Pistols, PIS2OLS is one of them. There's a few out there. And you can usually tell because there's someone that was banned from the RuneScape Discord. There's someone that are blacklisted from Discords or whatever, or they just have a very small Discord and they've been around for a very long time. And then people are talking. I don't know. That's kind of a harder one that you probably wouldn't know unless you're just looking through Discords quite a bit, I guess. But that kind of goes along with like the blacklisted thing. But anyway, yeah. Honestly, ask about blacklisted people. If a community contains a ton of blacklisted people, really good chance it's a scammer community. Would you say hero items like Blood Dye and Orlando Hat are also manipulated because they're above GE price? No, I wouldn't. I would say that Orlando Hat and Blood Dye and Tavius Rod and stuff like that are not manipulated, but they are more bought up right now because the flippers that used to flip party hats that can't afford party hats anymore, or they're tired of the slow sales because no one can buy hats, they're moving to blood dyes, third age dyes, hats, and all that kind of stuff because those will go up now because more people can buy those and flip those. You get what I'm saying? So that's a big reason why they're going up. What are you getting the Thalers for? I'm going to be using them for the achievement. I'm going to hopefully get the Profound achievement and then be able to get the Halo in the title. Not right this second, but eventually. Serious question, are areas in RS3 actually populated? This game is completely full, yes. With more than 10 people in an area, I know some areas are outdated. I just know wondering if people exist. Serious? Yes, there are lots of places. I mean, there's more than 10 people right here. Hey! Looks like might not be not as many AFKers this time around. But no, the Castle Wars is totally full right now. But there are plenty of areas that are more quiet. Yeah, for sure. It happens. But the game is so big now, too, though. Corey TV, thank you so much for the follow. I want to gain a lot more muscle and weight, but I've always been really skinny and have bad appetite problems, so I have to find it hard to eat enough. You just kind of have to force yourself to it. I also struggle with that issue sometimes. That's why I've got like 15 drinks right next to me right now. I struggle with getting enough water in me, you know? Like, I struggle with those things too. Everyone struggles with those things. Like, even the really, really, really huge dudes on steroids and all kinds of shit, they struggle with things. So if you're trying to make progress in the gym or whatever, if you're trying to make progress with anything, understand that everyone else is also having obstacles and hardships to get through. It's just that you just have to do it. But yeah, reach out for advice, reach out for help, ask people, like learn more things, and just stick to it. You'll get it. Do you think Holly Wreath will be one of the most expensive items as there are only 1,000 of them in the game? Or are they manipulated along with party hats? They are for sure manipulated along with party hats. But I also think that Holly Wreath will retain a certain value because it is a more rare item. Yes, 100%. Do I think they're worth as much as they are currently? No. No, I think right now it's a very overinflated price, just as along the same lines as every other like head slot item up there, so... They silently have the buy limit on scrims. Did they? Did they? I didn't even notice. Dude, your camera has insane quality. Thank you so much. I worked a hell of a long time to get this camera to have some decent quality. I'm hoping to have a nice background and everything here soon too, so glad you like it. This is actually a brand new camera, a brand new lens. Check it out, boy. Check it out. Look at that quality. Oh good. The hand quality. Check out that DBZ box. It's a little bit dark, but you can see it. Also, there's a wrapper on this box, so it's not as clear as it could be. What's your highest Teleson rage? Nothing good, because I really haven't tried to streak it or anything. Flipping items on 3 accounts right now, all slots filled, same amount of cash left over. Nice, Badly. It's awesome, dude. That's really good progress. Super low volume and higher weights make your existing muscles more solid. It actually doesn't. But it just doesn't look as big as someone who would do hypertrophy even though they may be world stronger. It's actually not true. It's actually not true. Super low volume and higher weights it'll grow your muscles in the same way as someone with hypertrophy. Hypertrophy people are going to grow. There's a lot to do with that, but that kind of goes into how does powerlifting work, and powerlifting also brings in a whole lot of your nervous system into it. Like, it's not just your muscles that increases your strength, your power. Like, a lot of your power also comes with what type of twitch your muscles are. Like, if I go running, I'm going to build some leg muscle. That's not the same type of muscle that if I'm doing squats or whatever. It's also going to be very different if I also have like my nervous system is set up to move a ton of weight. So there's a lot of things happening there. And your powerlifting is actually quite a bit to do with your nervous system because, yeah, anyway, just do some research on that. It's actually super interesting. One of the dangers of overtraining actually involves like damage to your nervous system. It's actually kind of interesting. But in nearly all cases, though, the smaller guy isn't actually stronger. In nearly all cases, the smaller guy may have a smaller build with quite a bit of muscle, and also his muscle just may be different. Like genetics are going to determine what you look like. Oftentimes, a smaller guy has packed with a hell of a lot more muscle if he's stronger. There's definitely smaller dudes in our gym that are like shorter and look like someone off of Dragon Ball Z. One thing that's been huge to me is how important building strength in your core is. Oh, 100%, yeah, 100%. I need to do more core workout myself. Have you seen Laser Shark's video about the RS Rares economy problems? You guys should do a video together. I have not seen it yet. Nope. Send him a message. Maybe he can reach out to me. How often do you stream? I'm getting into streaming at least a few times a week. So it'll be between Twitch and YouTube. I have a discontinued item token. Where do I find people to buy it? Pet of Seasons. If it's an item in the Grand Exchange selling for Grand Exchange prices, you sell it in the Grand Exchange. If it's something above max cash, you sell it on street trades. And you would go to World 2 or the forums. I would suggest the forums for doing that kind of stuff. It's much easier. It's much easier to get a price you want. Is there any muscles that can't get bigger? No. Every muscle can get bigger. Every muscle has a limit. And something else too along that lines is like a bigger muscle is going to move more weight the more it grows. If I pack on a ton of size on my legs, that's going to give me more overall strength than a ton of size in my bicep. My bicep can increase 10% size, but if my legs increase 10% size, there's way more muscle here. It's just a much bigger muscle in your legs, if that makes sense. What you want to do though is focus on everything. If you're weightlifting, focus on everything. That's how you ultimately get a lot stronger, is by focusing on literally everything. The way that I pushed past, I was at a point where I could not push above 335 pound bench press for quite a while, and the way that I pushed past 335 bench press was actually completely stopping on trying to go higher on the bench press and just doing good reps and everything. And then instead, I just focused on the complementary muscles that also affect the bench. So I really hit my lats. I really hit a lot of shoulder work. I really hit hardcore triceps, and that pushed me above 335 bench. So you have to do everything that involves a lift. I'm 21 meters and 6'2". Oh, I'm 21 male, 6'2" fall, 175, 80 pounds. Okay, I'm 212 pounds. I'm 212 pounds and 6'1". So that tells you about my stats too. I don't think I even mentioned that. But I safely and slowly bulked to 190, 195 over the year. My goal is 220, but is that unrealistic or too small for my height and weight? Well, like I just said, actually, you would be right around where I'm at, just a little bit higher than me if you were at 220. The key there, though, is just make sure that you are gaining muscle and not gaining all fat. So just progress at a smart pace. That's about 300 calories in a surplus. I know you like numbers, so 300 calories in a surplus is how you grow. 300 calories in a deficit is how you shrink, or how you cut down weight. If you do above that number, you'll gain too much fat. If you gain below that number, you'll lose too much muscle when you're cutting. But it's kind of a balance. Gain, cut some off. Gain, cut some off. Bulk and cut. Got a coffee and PB sandwich. I watched a July video on flipping. I know late, but definitely going to start watching streams. Hey, love to have you here. Is there any content for range mage peers, or RS3 completely geared towards people that level everything? RS3 is definitely geared way more towards people that do everything. You can be a ranger mage peer, and it's totally viable for RuneScape 3. Totally viable. But most people choose to do everything because there's not really very many benefits of being a ranger mage peer. Hey Manatee, a podcast with you and Pro Talks would be super interesting. Discussion topics could be flipping, economy, rares, combat, and price increases. Yeah, for sure. I just thought of an RS3 question. Do you ever hide GP in places for rainy days such as tool leprechauns and boss chests? I have a very unique situation of having max shards and max cash on pretty much every single account, so I don't really have anywhere I can hide gold. Honestly, it's a really dumb thing. It probably sounds stupid when I say that, but I literally don't have places to hide things. I will stash away piles of items though. I will definitely stash away piles of items. Like I'll find random things I invest into and totally forgot I invested into them. It's pretty fun to find them too. I just remembered I might have a few mils stashed in various places. Do you or anyone in chat have any tips on getting motivation to get back into playing RS3? I've been on a break since November. I would say that if you need motivation to play a game, then it's probably not a good time to play the game. Just remember, it's a game, and if you want to play it, that's when you should play it. All right, guys, thank you so much. I really want to answer everything on here, but unfortunately, I don't have time to because I have to go off here and go to the gym actually. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm actually gonna let this AFK for the 6 minutes while I'm getting ready for the gym and stuff, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. But I will see you guys in the next stream and stuff like that. Thank you so much for joining. Be sure to hit that bell on the YouTube in order to get the notification when I go live. Join our Discord down below. There's notification there every time we go live. And if you enjoy, hitting that follow on Twitch, because when we do use Twitch, then you can be notified when we're on Twitch. Let's work on getting that partnership. That would be super cool. Just to be able to say that I was able to do that sometime would be pretty amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for the questions and stuff. I really hope that it helped you guys out as well, and I will see you down below. Remember that if you would like to support the channel, and it goes a very long way, you guys can check out the Patreon page down below. If you have any questions involving that, you can ask anyone on our Discord server. There's tons of people that use it. We have over 11,000 members, or you can DM me directly any questions you have. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. See you guys soon. Have a good one.